Have you ever wondered why some people seem to change their lives completely while others stay stuck in the same place year after year? What if the difference isn't luck, opportunity, or talent, but something much simpler, something you already hold inside? Imagine for a moment that your life could transform not because the world around you changes, but because you decide to see things differently and take control of your own story. This is not just a dream or a motivational cliche. It's a truth rooted deep in how the human mind works, in the power you have to rewrite your future with the choices you make today. Think about the last time you felt truly stuck. Maybe it was a bad day, a failed attempt, or a moment when self-doubt whispered that you're not enough. Those feelings don't define you. They are signals, reminders that your mind has grown comfortable in a certain pattern, a routine that keeps you safe but small. Breaking free from this is not easy, but it is possible. And it starts with understanding one simple fact. Transformation is a decision. It begins the moment you accept that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but the creator of your destiny. This video is about 10 powerful rules. 10 rules that don't just motivate you to try harder or wish for a better life. They are rules designed to change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel. Rules that help your mind build new paths towards success, peace, and purpose. These are not quick fixes or empty promises. They are tools grounded in real psychology, proven by those who have walked the path from struggle to strength. By staying with this video until the end, you'll discover how to unlock that power inside you. You'll learn how to shift your mindset, create habits that support your dreams, and surround yourself with the right energy to fuel your journey. Imagine waking up every day with a clear purpose, confidence in your steps, and the calm knowing that no matter what comes, you have the tools to overcome it. This is the reward waiting for you. Change never happens by waiting for the perfect moment or for life to hand you a sign. It happens when you decide, right here, right now, to follow rules that lead to transformation. These rules will challenge what you believe about yourself. They will ask you to face discomfort, uncertainty, and fear, because that's where growth lives. But they will also guide you to a place where those feelings lose their power over you. You might be asking yourself, is this really for me? Can I really change? Your brain is built to grow. Every time you learn something new, every time you push past a fear or a limit, your mind creates new connections. You have the ability to reshape your thoughts, your habits, and your life. But it requires more than just knowing. It requires action and commitment. This video is the first step. It's the spark that can light the fire inside you, the push that sends you on a path you may have thought was impossible before. There is no secret, no magic pill. There is only you and the choice to follow these rules with dedication. So if you want to break free from doubt, from fear, from the feeling that life is happening to you instead of through you, then stay with me. The transformation you seek is waiting. The power to change is already inside you. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to begin using it. Keep watching because your new life starts with these 10 simple rules, and every one of them is a key to unlocking your greatest potential. These 10 rules that will transform your life are not pulled out of thin air or random advice. They are deeply connected to how the mind works, how thoughts shape feelings, and feelings drive actions. At the core, every change starts with understanding this simple but powerful truth. Your brain is a living machine, constantly adapting, rewiring itself based on what you feed it. What you think, what you believe, and what you repeat daily all create the reality you live in. The moment you grasp this, you realize that transformation is not about changing the outside world first. It's about changing the inside world, the stories you tell yourself, the habits you build, and the emotional patterns you allow. Science shows that habits are formed through repetition. Every time you repeat a thought or an action, your brain creates stronger connections in that direction. This means that if you keep feeding your mind with doubt, fear, or negativity, your brain builds a path of struggle and limitation. But if you consciously choose to focus on hope, strength, and possibility, your brain starts creating new pathways that lead to growth and freedom. It's like planting seeds in fertile soil. The right seeds grow into strong trees. The wrong ones never take root. Your beliefs act like a filter through which you see the world. If you believe you are powerless, the world will feel cold and harsh. If you believe you deserve happiness and success, you will start noticing opportunities and solutions around you. This is why changing your beliefs is one of the most important steps on this journey. But changing beliefs is not about pretending or forcing yourself to be positive. It's about questioning what you have accepted as true and choosing new truths that serve you better. Emotions are the fuel that drives your actions. When you feel motivated, energized, or confident, your body and mind prepare to take action. When you feel scared, overwhelmed, or tired, your brain signals to protect itself by freezing or avoiding challenges. Understanding this connection helps you take control. You learn to recognize when emotions are holding you back and how to shift your focus to feelings that push you forward. It's not about ignoring difficult emotions, but managing them so they don't control your decisions. These rules also work because they tap into the human need for progress and connection. We are wired to grow and to belong. When you set clear rules for yourself, you give your mind a direction, a path to follow that feels achievable and rewarding. When you surround yourself with positive influences, you satisfy the need for connection, support, and encouragement. This creates an environment where transformation is not only possible but natural. So, these 10 rules are built on the science of habits, the power of belief, the energy of emotions, and the human desire for growth and connection. They are simple. They require daily attention and commitment. But when you apply them, you tap into the natural way your mind and body want to change for the better. Remember, the key is to be patient and kind with yourself. The brain takes time to build new pathways, and every small step counts. Transformation is not a sudden leap, but a steady climb. Each choice, each thought, each action is a brick in the foundation of your new life. Now that you understand why these rules are powerful and how they work deep inside you, you are ready to start applying them. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. Because the moment you decide to follow these rules, you begin to break free from old patterns that no longer serve you. You open the door to a Fruxbraster. You are in control, where your mind works for you and not against you. This knowledge is your greatest weapon. Use it. Let it guide you as we move forward to the rules themselves. They are your map out of struggle and your blueprint for transformation. The journey to transforming your life begins with the most powerful place you have, your mind. How you think about yourself, your past, and your future shapes everything you do. The first set of rules focuses on changing your mindset because no lasting change can happen without it. Your mind is like the soil where all your actions and habits grow. If the soil is rich and healthy, what you plant will flourish. But if it is dry and full of weeds, nothing good can take root. One of the most common traps is the voice inside that doubts you, criticizes every move, and keeps reminding you of failures. This inner critic feels loud and real, but it is not your truth. It is a habit, a learned response that can be unlearned. You have the power to become your own biggest supporter. When you start catching that negative voice, gently challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Am I seeing the whole picture? Most often, the answer is no. This simple practice weakens the critic's hold and strengthens the voice of encouragement. Believing in your potential is not about blind optimism. It's about recognizing your capacity to learn, grow, and improve with effort and patience. Your brain is designed to change every day as long as you give it the chance. When you face failure or setbacks, instead of seeing them as proof you can't succeed them as valuable lessons. Every great success is built on a foundation of small failures and attempts. This mindset shift changes your relationship with challenges. They no longer feel like walls but stepping stones. Another powerful rule in mindset is to focus on what you can control. Worrying about things outside your influence drains your energy and creates frustration. Instead, direct your attention to your choices, your actions, and your attitude. This shift puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. You may not control everything, but you always control how you respond. Gratitude is also a key to transforming your mindset. It rewires your brain to notice the good even when life feels hard. Taking a moment each day to appreciate what you have, no matter how small, changes the way you feel inside. Gratitude opens the door to hope and possibility. It reminds you that even in tough times, there is something to build on. Replacing a "well, I can't tell you" with "I will try" or "I am learning" is a small but powerful habit that rewires your beliefs about yourself. It's not about perfection or never feeling fear or doubt. It's about choosing courage and growth over comfort and stagnation. Your mind needs practice, just like your body. The more you train it with positive thoughts, hopeful beliefs, and kind words, the stronger it becomes. This is why these mindset rules are the foundation of transformation. Without them, every effort feels harder, every challenge feels bigger, and every setback feels final. But with the right mindset, everything shifts. Obstacles become opportunities. Fear becomes a signal to act, not to freeze. You begin to see your true potential, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality waiting to be claimed. The power to change your life starts here, with the rules that shape your mind. When you choose to believe in yourself, challenge negativity, focus on what you control, and practice gratitude, you build a foundation that can hold anything. This foundation will carry you through the hard days, the doubts, and the fears. The odds are the architects of your future. Build them wisely. The way you think is the beginning of everything you want to become. Changing your mindset is powerful, but real transformation happens when your thoughts turn into action. The rules that follow focus on what you do every single day, because consistent action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Motivation can spark the fire, but it is discipline and small habits that keep the flame burning strong, especially when motivation fades. Your brain loves comfort and routine, so creating new patterns requires patience and persistence. The good news is that every tiny step forward rewires your brain, making it easier to keep going next time. One of the most important rules here is to start before you feel ready. Waiting for the perfect moment or the right feeling only leads to endless delays. The brain resists change because it prefers safety, but taking action creates momentum. The moment you move, your mind shifts from fear to possibility. This is why the smallest action, just one step, can change everything. It breaks the cycle of overthinking and doubt and sets new pathways in motion. Building habits is not about willpower alone. Willpower is limited, and when it runs out, old patterns take over. Instead, focus on creating systems that make the right actions automatic. This could mean simplifying your goals, breaking big tasks into tiny steps, or creating reminders that keep you on track. Over time, these systems build strength in your brain's new pathways, turning effort into ease. Patience is another secret weapon. Real change doesn't happen overnight. Your brain needs time to form new connections, and your body needs time to adjust. Celebrate every small win, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Each success is proof that your new path is working and builds confidence to keep going. Another rule is to embrace discomfort instead of avoiding it. Growth lives outside your comfort zone. When you face challenges, your brain learns that it can survive and even thrive through difficulty. The more you practice pushing your limits, the stronger and more resilient you become. This rewiring changes your relationship with fear, turning it from a stop sign into a green light. Discipline also means forgiving yourself when things don't go perfectly. Setbacks are part of the process. They do not erase your progress. Instead of beating yourself up, recognize the setback and return to your rules with renewed commitment. This kindness to yourself strengthens resilience and keeps you moving forward. Remember, action without clarity can lead to frustration. So focus on clear, realistic goals. Knowing exactly what you want and why you want it fuels your motivation and directs your effort. When your purpose is clear, your actions feel meaningful rather than forced. They are about building a rhythm that makes progress inevitable. Every day you show up, even in small ways, your brain rewards you by growing stronger habits. This creates a cycle where effort leads to growth and growth fuels more effort. Action is where your transformation takes shape. Your thoughts and beliefs lay the groundwork, but it is the daily steps you take that build your new life. Each choice to act is a vote for the person you want to become. When you commit to these rules of action, you make the invisible visible. You prove to yourself that change is real and possible. Your life changes the moment you decide to do what needs to be done, not when you feel like it, but because you have made a promise to yourself. This promise is your anchor, your guiding force when motivation fades and doubts creep in. Hold on to it tightly. No matter how strong your mindset is or how disciplined your actions become, the people and environment around you have a profound impact on your journey. Human beings are wired for connection. The energy, attitudes, and habits of those you spend time with influence your thoughts and behaviors more than you may realize. This makes the next set of rules crucial. understanding the power of your relationships and surroundings in shaping the life you want. Surrounding yourself with positivity is not about pretending everyone around you is perfect or always happy. It means choosing to spend your energy on people who support your growth, believe in your potential, and push you to be better. When you are around people who encourage your dreams, their belief strengthens your own. Their actions and attitudes become a mirror reflecting what is possible. This creates an invisible network of motivation and accountability, making your path less lonely and more powerful. On the other hand, toxic relationships drain your energy and cloud your mind. They breed doubt, fear, and negativity. They can hold you back more than any external obstacle. Cutting ties or setting boundaries with such influences is not selfish. It is necessary self-care. You protect your peace and create space for growth by doing this. It's important to remember that protecting your mental and emotional space is a vital part of transformation. Your environment goes beyond people. The places where you spend your time, the habits you build into your daily routine, and even the small things like your workspace or phone use all send signals to your brain. Clutter, distractions, and chaos can overwhelm your focus and weaken your discipline. Creating an environment that supports your goals makes following your rules easier. Simple changes like organizing your space, reducing noise, or limiting time on social media can have a surprisingly big impact on your mindset and motivation. The need for belonging is powerful. When you find or create communities aligned with your values and goals, you tap into collective energy that fuels your transformation. This sense of connection provides encouragement when you struggle and celebrates your victories with you. It reminds you that you are not alone on this journey. However, you must also take responsibility for your own energy. No matter how supportive your environment is, your inner work remains essential. The right relationships and spaces amplify your progress, but do not replace the commitment you make to yourself. This rule is about choosing wisely what and who you allow into your life. It's about being intentional with your time and energy because those are your most precious resources. When you protect them fiercely, you create a foundation that nurtures growth and resilience. And transformation is not just an inside job, it is a full life change. Aligning your relationships and environment with your goals strengthens every other rule. It builds a protective shield around your progress, making it harder to fall back into old patterns. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose those 5 carefully. Choose environments that inspire you. Make your life a reflection of your highest vision. This connection between your inner world and your outer world is where lasting change lives. When you master this, you step fully into the life you were meant to live. All the rules you have learned so far come together in one powerful truth. Transformation is a journey, not a moment. Each rule is a tool that, when used daily, builds an unstoppable force inside you. This force moves you forward through fear, doubt, and setbacks. It creates a life rooted in purpose, peace, and power. The moment you begin to live by these rules, you step into a new reality, one where your potential is no longer a distant dream but your everyday experience. Imagine waking up with a clear sense of direction, feeling calm even when challenges arise because you know you have the tools to handle them. This is the life that comes from living these rules. It is not about perfection or never failing. It is about rising every time you fall, learning from every mistake, and never losing sight of your vision. The strength to keep going comes from within when your mind, actions, and environment align with your highest purpose. Transformation requires commitment. It means choosing yourself every day, even when it's uncomfortable. It means turning away from old habits that no longer serve you and stepping toward a future you create with intention. You might stumble, but each step forward rewires your brain and rewrites your story. New life is waiting on the other side of this commitment. The power to change is not found in outside circumstances, but in the choices you make right now. These 10 rules are the map, but the journey is yours to walk. Every decision you make is a vote for the life you want. The small choices, getting up early, speaking kindly to yourself, taking that first step toward a goal, build momentum that compounds over time. This momentum is the secret to lasting change. This journey is also deeply personal. No one else can do it for you, and no one else's path will look exactly like yours. But the principles are universal. They are based on how the mind works, how habits form, and how human connection shapes our lives. When you live by these rules, you join millions who have transformed themselves from the inside out. The greatest reward is not just success or achievement. It is the peace that comes from knowing you are living true to yourself. It is the confidence that no matter what happens, you can handle it. It is the joy of waking up each day with purpose and passion. This is the power of transformation. Now, this moment is yours. The choice to commit to these rules and to yourself can change everything. Your new life begins with the decision you make right now to take control, to act, and to grow. No matter where you are or what you've been through, transformation is possible. It is waiting for you.